Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Saturday, December 17th. We only have a 5-game slate. We're going to jump in. We're starting with DraftKings, Luka Magic, back-to-back 12-5 against Cleveland. Should be a tough matchup. Luka is matchup proof, as we all know. Find value and play him. Ja Morant, 10.6K against OKC. He should demolish them. Really like that game. I like SGA. I like Ja. I like a few pieces from Memphis. I don't trust the other pieces from OKC, aka Povacheski, but we'll get to him in a minute. Lillard's in play at 10-3, SGA 9,900. Um, I'm definitely on him. Definitely will have him in my main lineups. Booker's in play 9,100 is a fine price, even with Chris Paul back, so he's in play. Phoenix are in need for a win so look for a big game from Booker, and the Pelicans are technically the best team in the West, so you should get a nice, tight, close game between those two teams. So if you pick the right pieces out of that game and it goes down to the wire and into overtime, that's going to be your winning. That's going to be the road to cashing right there. But picking the right pieces from Phoenix is going to be a little bit tricky. You know what I'm saying? And the centers are priced up, so you got to be careful. Donovan Mitchell, 8,900 in play. If Jrue Holiday plays, he's in play at 83. Chris Paul's in play at 82. Garland is a bit cheap at 76. Fire him up. Anthony Simons, I like the matchup against Houston, 7,500. And play McCollum, a little bit too cheap. Since he's been playing better, 7,400, I would try to pair him with Zion if I could. Clarkson's in play at 7,300. Kevin Porter Jr. is in play at 7,100. I will fire him up. He will be popular. Josh Giddey's in play, 6,900. Jalen Green, I would try to play Jalen Green, Porter, and Lillard in the same lineup because I like the game stack. Dinwiddie against Cleveland, I'm not enthusiastic about, but he's absolutely in play at 6,500. Tyus Jones, if he was your last man in, I won't be mad at you, but I want to be putting him in my main lineups. Mike Conley, I don't really need him. Javon Carter is a waste and a disgrace. Get him out of here. Neil Alexander Walker, we don't need right now. Alvarado for value if you must, and we're going to go straight to shooting guard. Dylan Brooks at 6,600 is in play. Absolutely. Josh Hart. I like the entire Portland starting lineup against Houston. Josh Hart is absolutely in play at 5,900. Beasley's in play because of his ceiling. LeVert is in play 5K. I wouldn't put him in my main lineup, but he's absolutely in the player pool. Tim Hardaway Jr. is in play at 4,900. Trey Murphy's in play. Conchar's in play. Grayson Allen's in play. I don't need Charlotte. We definitely don't need Reggie Bullock. Dyson Daniels, if he's your last man in, very risky. But if you're playing in a tournament, have at it. When I say if you're playing in a tournament, that means that when you're playing cash, you want to play the popular safe guys. When you're playing a tournament, you could take a little bit of a risk because you're going to need a little bit of a higher score. So a higher risk, higher reward, that sort of thing. Small forward, Marketing at 8,100 is absolutely in play. Jeremy Grant, Mikal Bridges, they're all in play. Jalen Williams, OKC, 4,600. If you want to take a shot, you know what to do. Herbert Jones is an okay play. Let's see what he's been doing. Last 5 games, 28, 32, 18, 9, and 25 fantasy points. Herbert Jones, risky play. You're playing a tournament, you're playing a lot of lineups, you could take a shot. Josh Okogie, last 5 games, 42, 7, 8, 28, and 35 fantasy points. Let me see something real quick. So we got Booker, we got Paul, Campaign is out still. We Got Shamit. Torrey Craig. All right, Josh Okogie is in the player pool. Did we finish small forward? Josh Okogie. Okay, Josh Okogie, Shamit, Winslow, Najee Marshall's in play. Finney Smith, I don't need. KJ Martin is in play. All right, now we're finished. Let's go to power forward. Zion, obviously, is in play. Find value and play him. Zion is in play. 10K. Find value and play him. Did I say Giannis is in play? Zion is in play. Wasn't sure if I said Zion twice, but Giannis, 12.3 in play. Zion, 10K in play. Marketing, 8,100. We spoke about him. Mobley in play. Jaren Jackson looks good at 6,900 against OKC. Christian Wood is in play at 6,300. He's been playing well. Bobby Portis is in play at 62. Olynyk is in play. Jabari Smith, I'm kind of nervous about because he's very flimsy. Torrey Craig's in play. Vanderbilt's in play. Brandon Clark is in play. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you want to take a shot, you could take a shot. Larry Nance is in play, 47. You could take a shot on him. Pokusevski, 3,900. He's priced like that for a reason. He started off hot today and only played 24 minutes. He got like all his fantasy points in the first half, like the first quarter. I don't know. I'm not going to say nothing negative. It's Saturday. It's a 5-game slate. I'm going to hurry this shit up and get y'all out of here. So I'm not going to sit here and cry about Pokusevski's minutes. And I didn't watch the game, so I don't know why he only played 24 minutes. But I don't give a shit. It's fucking Saturday. I'm gonna enjoy my day. Okay, the rest of these guys, Kevin Love, I believe he's dealing with some type of injury. I don't know. I think he has some type of hand issue. I heard, but let me see something. Kevin Love. Yeah, I'm not playing Kevin Love. We're not playing Kevin Love, so it doesn't matter what's going on with him. Baisley, if he starts, he's fine. If he starts, at least his minutes are, he's getting more minutes than Pokusevski. Last 5 games, 14 minutes, 15, 26, 19, and 31 minutes. Fantasy point, 6, 12, 16, 12, and 25. If he starts, it's fine. If he doesn't start, I'm not fucking with any of these Thunder guys. Only SGA and Giddey. The rest of these guys, I'm not messing with it. I'm not. It's only so much you could take when you're playing these players and they're not getting steady minutes. It's ridiculous. All right, so Baisley, KJ Martin, we spoke about them. Jetty, we don't need. Rudy Gay, we don't need. What we need to do is go to center. All right, Nurkic, I like Nurkic against Houston, 6,800. I like Jared Allen, 6,700. Sengun, I'm not really in love with him anymore. He hasn't been like spectacular. Last 5 games, 19, 32, 26, 35, and 22 fantasy points. At 6.1K, you're looking for 31 fantasy points minimum. The 32 is fine. The 26 is like passable. 35 is fine. The 22 will get you killed. So, he's getting mid 20 minutes. He's 6K. I don't really need him. Steven Adams is in play at 5,300. I don't need Valanciunas. Brook Lopez is too cheap at 5,100. He's probably going to destroy Utah by himself. Walker Kessler, no thank you at 5K. Landale, 3,900 is way too cheap. He should have been priced up. Lock him in. And Biyombo, there's going to be people that's going to be, one in a pivot off of Landale or one in a pivot off of Biyombo. Just hear me out. If you play a cheap center, a cheap starting center, or a cheap center that's going to play 24 minutes, right? and he's $3,800, $3,700 on DraftKings. Isn't it a blessing to be able to take all those remaining spaces or spots and pay up for them? They let you beef up the rest of your lineup. So you're talking about, you know, all you're looking for is 22, 24, 25 fantasy points and you're done, regardless if they're popular or not. And not every contest you play, you know, people are playing these people. So they're not, every time people say someone's going to be overowned, I play a contest, they're not overowned. So, you know, lay off the Twitter with what everybody's saying. Build your lineup. Build it the smart way. If you want to pay down that center for a $4,000 center that's going to get 24 minutes, that's fine. That's not a bad play. Stop listening to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Now you could go down and get the Lucas. You could go down and get the SGAs and the Lillards. You know what I'm saying? That's how I build my lineups and I cash. I have no problem cashing. You know what I'm saying? So tune out the Twitter heroes. You know what I'm saying? Tune out the Twitter professors. Build the lineup the way you want to play it, and stop listening to people that's telling you about overowned and chalky, because they're still playing these players and cashing, and you're not cashing because you listen to somebody from Twitter. I watch it happen. I see everything. I hear everything. I see everything. I be on Twitter. I be on everything. I see everything. Play the lineup you want to play. Don't let people influence you. Let me pick up 5 guys and let's get going. 3,900, and that's for anybody that needs to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not targeting anyone. I'm saying I see what goes on Twitter, and we all know what I'm talking about. You see how people say don't play somebody, and they end up playing them and cashing, and then you're sitting there with an L because you didn't play the pieces that you needed. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to cash. So if I got to tell you the hard truth, I'm going to tell you the hard truth. We're going with Landale at the center, $3,900 center. Regardless if he starts or not, I like Landale. Jaws 9,900. He's too cheap. I mean, SGA is too cheap at 9,900. I do like Ja. I'm gonna go with SGA. He's more important to his team. Ja, Dylan Brooks could go off. Anybody could go off on Memphis with OKC. If SGA ain't cooking, that team is going nowhere. So I'm gonna take a shot on SGA. I'm gonna pick up. I want Jalen Green. I want pieces of that game. I want Josh Hart at 59, and Jaren Jackson at 69 is fine. I could still pay up for Ja. I could pay it. Well, I could take out SGA and put in Luca. I could take out SGA and put in Ja. I could literally play anybody I want, having Landale at center. You see what I'm saying? Um. All right, I got my FanDuel pieces already picked out as usual. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you need help cashing, check out my Patreon. Link in the description. I can send you my optimal lineup, up to date optimal lineup right before lock. And that's about it. Any questions, you could DM me on Twitter. And let's just go to FanDuel. Let's check out these 5 guys and let's get going. So I'm playing Lillard on FanDuel, 9,900, too cheap. I'm running it back with Jalen Green, same game, 7,500. Same game again, Josh Hart, 5,700. I'm gonna pick up Lauri Markkanen at 7,900 because if they're gonna be contesting Milwaukee or keeping the game close, then Markkanen is gonna have to have a good game. So I'm playing Markkanen at 7,900, and then once again I like Nurkic against Houston. Like, I always pick on Houston, but Houston happen to keep these games close. So if you get a team, you go up against a team that gives up a lot of fantasy points, and they're keeping the game close. That's the best type of game you could look for, like the Lakers. They give up a lot of fantasy points and they keep games close. That's why I like targeting the Lakers. I like targeting Houston. But listen, it's Saturday. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna let y'all get back to your Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get going myself. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys had a profitable night, and I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Ciao.